Rated or discretion is advised. And keep in mind that there will be spoilers, obviously. But hello, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa V3: Killing Harmony. Today is the day that we have all been waiting for, or at the very least, me. I've been waiting for this day. First, we'll just get Twitch back up and online and all that good stuff. So much harder to get the chat now. Okay. Continue. Yes. Oh, backwards loading screen. I think we need to talk to Shuichi first.
Are you okay?
Kade, really, are you okay?
Sorry,
I didn't mean to worry you. I'm just so shocked. I really thought that everything would be resolved once we looked at the photos. But I can't give up. I can still expose the mastermind in this class trial. And then everything, even this killing game, will come to an end. I'm okay now, Shuichi. Let's go. It's the red door in the courtyard, right? Alright. So we just need to find the red door. Which is, well, we'll figure it out, I'm sure. Well, the courtyard's this way. I was about to run back to the library, I guess. You know, catch up on some light reading before we start. Red door in the courtyard. Red door in the courtyard. That's kind of reddish, but not really. Oh, it's the aviary bird cage thing. Okay. That makes sense, I guess. Shrine of Judgment. It's this red door, right?
Hey!
Kaede, I have one more question. Do you really think it's one of us, not just the culprit, but the mastermind as well? Huh? Isn't that what you told me, Shuichi?
Okay.
Yes, but it's just that was only my deduction. I don't know if I should trust that. Well, I don't know if it's true either, but that's why we need to confirm it. If you just dismiss the possibility and look the other way without confirming anything, then you're just turning your back on the truth.
What's the matter?
What's the matter, Shuichi? You seem so sure of yourself during the investigation. Sorry. Let's go. I'm sure they're waiting for us inside. I have several questions. So this is the Shrine of Judgment. Careful, everyone. If bad things happen, get behind Gonta. Then give me a piggyback ride. Come on, carry me. Oh my god, you're so fucking annoying. So, are we doing the class trial here or what? No, Monokuma made it sound like we'd be guided somewhere from here.
That is troubling.
But Monokuma is nowhere to be seen. What's going on? Well, let's get Maki's thoughts.
What are you trying to pull?
Those photos were a bust, so how are we supposed to find the culprit now? I don't know, but we'll find out. Let's talk to the Monokuma statue. This Monokuma statue gives us such a weird vibe.
Huh?
What? Man, this game is even more stylish than ever. Probably because of the added capabilities of the PS4, perhaps? I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there. Seeing what sticks, yeah?
Huh?
Is this an elevator? Does he want us to board it?
I don't wanna.
I don't do scary rides. I don't want to get on it either. Stay behind then, though I'm sure that'll just be worse for you in the end. Yeah, that's true, I know. However, if everyone wishes to run away, I will cooperate as well. That's probably not a good idea. There's no way to run. As long as that end wall exists, escape's not an option. It'll be fine, let's all work together. Remember our promise? We're gonna escape this place and remain good friends afterward. So let's do it. I'm sure we'll be alright. Because we make such an incredible team. I wouldn't be able to call myself a man if I was still scared after hearing a girl say that. Bring it! I'll show them how I, Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars, live. Lives? Don't you mean die? Ominous like that.
I'm ready!
Ah! We've come so far already. We just gotta do it, so let's do it. We have no choice. We can't turn back now. Still working on getting that recording studio I want set up. I don't think I've actually ever talked about this. But, so... I don't know if I'll ever have a chance to talk about it during this game, but we'll see if there's a moment of peace. Determined, we all stepped forward. Even as we walked toward the elevator, I was shaking with anxious dread. But I kept going, because I decided to fight. And then everyone had boarded the elevator. Okay, I guess this is a good chance. So, I recently acquired my room to myself.
It's actually an elevator.
Oh, hello. Hello, voice cutscenes. How are you? Does anybody remember how you turn on auto? I don't want to skip by accident. R1. Okay, that's what I thought.
Even so, this elevator is going pretty far down.
We're falling. I wonder how far we will plummet.
I suddenly have to go to the bathroom real bad.
By all means, go ahead.
Of course. A robot wouldn't understand how inappropriate that is.
As we waited to reach our destination, I whispered to Shuichi.
Shuichi? About that talk from before.
What?
I think everyone is afraid of learning the truth. But the people who are willing to find the truth are the ones who can decide their fate. If you never know the lies from the truth, then you can't choose a path. You won't even know you're on a path. So, fight for the truth, even if it is frightening. I know you can do this.
Turn the phone to vibrate. There we go.
If you're scared, borrow the strength of others who will be there to help you. Think of everyone you're helping, and let that be your strength. I used to be like you. Before a piano concert, I was always so nervous that I thought I would vomit. But then I would remember all the people I've made smile with my performances.
Kaede.
All right, let's go. It's better to end bad stuff like this as soon as possible.
Those words were mainly for me. To inspire me so I would not turn back. After some time, the elevator finally came to a halt. The door slowly opened to reveal what awaited us on the other side.
Why, hello, Bear!
Welcome to the class trial.
Yay!
Oh boy, the class trial's finally starting. Finally a game that actually feels like a game.
Bingo!
Just as the prophecy foretold.
Got it?
Listen up. From here on, things are gonna get so violent you'll wish you could turn back.
Hooray!
That's not true. There won't be any gory or violent scenes. I'm positive.
This is...
This is an authentic replica of a courtroom. In what way would you say that this resembles a courtroom? What bad taste.
Jeez.
Why are you making us do this? Is this fun for you? And there he is.
Psycho Pop!
Of course! Putting strangers in life or death scenarios is the best entertainment.
The worst.
You are well, apparently she said it, okay. Worst or not, those who have fun are the real winners in this world. It doesn't matter what terrible things you do or are done to you, as long as you're having fun.
Oh, I see.
Wow, this is so sickening, it's almost refreshing. So how do we get this game going?
Well, now.
There are podiums over there. Please stand behind the one with your name on it. Following Monokuma's instructions, we headed to our respective podiums. As I walked toward my podium, an image of his body flashed in my mind. Rantaro. He died without knowing his own ultimate talent. No, he was murdered by some horrible low-life scumbag. I'll never forgive his killer. That's why we're going to expose the mastermind and end this killing game. That's all I can do for him now. His killer is in this room with us. Oh my god. Look at bringing Ryota. That is terrifying. The mastermind who's controlling Monokuma and forcing us to play this killing game. Oh, this music never fails to get me pumped up. I don't think I'll ever be fully prepared to find out who that person is. But we have to find out who it is, so we can lift our suspicions of each other. So we can end this killing game. That's why I'm here. I can't show any fear here. I must fight till the bitter end. I will face this life or death class trial. Oh, good. I'm kind of glad we didn't go back to the whole a deadly thing. So, we'll save over this one. No one wanted to believe it was real, but Rantaro was killed just before the time limit. Now, Kaede and Shuichi must take on class trial. That thing scrolls really freaking slow. Okay, so we have skills. We have many skills. One of them being machine gun, which, you get for doing the demo. Everything else is just normal things. Oh my goodness, there are a lot to choose from. Okay. So we have increases maximum influence by 2. That's not bad. Extraordinary focus I always like. Lost in thought would cost everything. Slightly increases the time limit in each phase. We should be fine for the first trial. Might need that later though. Increases amount of influence recovered by right answers. It's not terrible, but that would also indicate that I am losing really badly. Makes the reticle shake less. That's always useful. Downshift and upshift. I'm not really a fan of either of these, to be honest. Trigger happy. Decreases the delay of they're using truth bullets or truth blades. Ooh, that's a good one. Neural liberation. Focus gauge drains slower. That's always useful. Slowly recovers the influence gauge while recovering and during fever time. Well, that's just weird. Reveals V points. Oh, yeah, we need that. Oh, you buy them with the friendship points and then you use your levels to set them. Okay, that's interesting. Silences all conversations except those the reticle's on. Instantly silences loud voices. The keyword in the first speaker's argument will be shown from the start. The entire screen will light up more frequently during Hangman's Gambit. The entire screen will light up more frequently? Why would you want that? Increases the amount of letter cubes that can be acquired at once. That's not terrible. Effective during Psych Taxi. Makes it easier to push the opponent back during Blade Lock. I'm confident in my button mashing power. Removes the time penalty for breaking a non-erasable piece. Effective during Imagination Excavation? What the crap is that? Attention gauge. Effective during the argument armament. Goodness. Some terms I am not familiar with. Okay. Attentive influence. And we'll finish it off with cool and composed. Yeah. And set them. Perfect. Alright. I think that should be good. We can also view the handbook. So we have ourself, Kirumi Tojo, who is at level 0, Himiko, Maki, Tenko, Tsumugi, Angie, Miyu, Shuichi, which we have 2 levels for. Man, you can get quite a few, can't you? Kaito, Ryoma, the dead Rentaro, Rup, Gonta, Kokichi, Korekyo, and Kibo. Alright. I think we're right about ready. Main and normal. Looks good. Let's begin.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone.
That's true.
Now let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
So, it's starting, huh?
Oh man, I haven't been in a trial in like forever.
Oh, so you have experience with trials?
Yeah, since I'm a leader of evil and stuff, I've done a lot of bad things.
So, what are we supposed to do? Where do we even start?
Gonta never done trial before. Not sure where to begin.
First, let's breathe in. And breathe out. We need to remember our no-no-nos. No pushing, no running, no talking.
But communication is the foundation of any discussion.
We should not worry about our procedure, especially since this is not a normal trial. Each of us will be serving as a potential culprit, lawyer, prosecutor, and jury member. Let us proceed with that in mind, shall we?
Then might I offer the first topic?
Don't fucking get ahead of us. You trying to start some shit?
Calm down. How about we listen first?
Atua has spoken. He says it is vital that we hear everyone's testimony. I'm a good listener because my ears are clean. Once, I cleaned them so hard, they bled.
I'll begin the conversation then. There's something I found curious. Didn't the culprit take advantage of the first blood perk?
I thought that was strange too.
I bet they just wanted to do a class trial real bad.
Then Monokuma's the culprit, the doi. Because this whole class trial was his idea. Ooh yeah! Easy peasy! I'm a fucking genius!
If only it was that
Is it
easy.
even possible for Monokuma to be the culprit?
Of course not. I would never do anything to you guys directly.
Even if you can't, it's a different story for the person controlling you, right? Is it possible that the mastermind controlling Monokuma killed Rantaro?
mastermind was that?
I don't know any mastermind.
Never heard of him.
Don't play dumb with me. Who's the mastermind controlling you guys?
The mastermind, huh?
They're probably AIs in this game.
It's one of us.
It's Keyboy over here. Everyone else thinks so too.
Does everyone really think that?
We'll get to the bottom of this.
Before we determine the mastermind, we must uncover the culprit.
Then we could start by determining the sequence of events. Let's take a closer look at the circumstances of Rantaro's death.
Thank you, Shuichi.
Gonta agrees with Shuichi. After all, Shuichi is ultimate detective.
Then let us start by reviewing the incident.
Alright, let's do this. We can find the mastermind if we work together. When this class trial is over, we'll know exactly who the mastermind is. And now the class trial has begun! Whoops. As things progress during each class trial, non-stop debates will occur. During non-stop debates, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions in their statements. You'll have to use the truth bullets you've gathered to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you've found during the investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim the reticle and fire with triangle. Aim for the gold words displayed in their statements. Those are the weak spots. There's a chance that lies or contradictions are hiding within those weak spots. But remember, you might not be able to refute them all, and you have to use the right truth bullet. Compare everyone's statements to the truth bullets you have, and shoot your truth bullets at the proper weak spot. Note that if you run out of time, you will fail, so please be careful. Oh, I almost forgot. The new element. During the trial, you can concentrate to make time slow down. That's not new. This will also reveal a small red dot within weak spots called the V point. If you hit that with the correct truth bullet, you'll get an awesome V counter. Bullseye! V counters really improve your scores and the number of monocoins you earn, so try that out. During the non-stop debate, pressing options will bring up the controls. Give them a look. Okay. Our first non-stop debate. And we've got quite a few things.
Rantaro's body was found just before the time limit, right?
He was killed in the library.
He was.
Rantaro was alone in the library. The culprit could have snuck up on him.
Also, keep in mind, this is how long the non-stop debate is.
He was opening that moving bookcase for one reason. Because he knew about the hidden door. That means Rantaro was masterminding this whole thing.
Ugh. Okay. I forgot how to switch to truth bullets. It's a good start. There's definitely a contradiction in one of those statements. If I present the right evidence, I can blow away that contradiction.
Rantaro's body was found just before the time limit, right?
He was killed in the library.
Belonging?
Rantaro was alone in the library.
Excuse me.
The culprit
How do I look at the truth bullets?
snuck up on him.
Do I just have to infer?
What was he even doing in the library?
Oh, wait, come on. Truth cylinder just brings up L1. Okay.
Anyway,
He was opening that moving bookcase for one reason. Because he knew about the hidden door. That means Rantaro was masterminding this whole...
Oh, square. Okay. Not have anything that looks like a card key. Yep, that'd be it. So R1 to concentrate, and boom.
No, that's wrong.
And we got our first achievement, just according to
Wait a
Rompa.
minute. I don't think Rantaro was the mastermind.
Huh? Why?
Because Rantaro didn't have the card key to open the hidden door. You'd think the mastermind would have that card key on him, right?
Perhaps the culprit took the card key after killing Rantaro.
But none of the pictures show Rantaro holding the card key. So I don't really think he had the key at all.
Also, if the mastermind had died there, this killing game would have already ended.
You are correct.
Point Maki.
The possibility of him being the mastermind is quite low.
Then how Rantaro know about Hidden Door?
Maybe he stumbled across it in the library. You know, like how Shuichi did?
Or maybe the mastermind told him about it.
What? Why would the mastermind tell him that?
To lure Rantaro to the library and kill him.
Does that mean the culprit and the mastermind are one and the same?
That does seem plausible. It's very likely the mastermind knew about Kaede and Shuichi's trap.
The mastermind knew about our trap this whole time?
Probably.
This case may have become the perfect crime thanks to your hidden cameras. The mastermind knew about your trap and exploited it to commit their crime.
So after the mastermind lured Rantaro and murdered his ass, they used Kaede and Puichi's hidden cameras to arrange the perfect crime.
Did they really take advantage of our trap, though?
Is this really the perfect crime? Are we in an unsolvable mystery?
No, nowhere close.
I guess this is a dead end.
Wait, don't give up that easily. It's the mastermind.
Probably.
We gotta work together to find the mastermind. Then we can end this killing game.
You yap about teamwork and all that, but you still think one of us is the mastermind.
Yes, and I know that's a horrible thought. But that's why I want to end all the terrible things happening to us.
She's definitely a lot more vocal than
I'll
Makoto
defeat the
or
mastermind and end this dumb killing game.
name. Hajime.
I'll even use this class trial to do that.
Kaede. Wow. Looks like you're determined to face even a cold, hard truth. Then here it comes. The cold, hard truth.
Huh?
Huh?
I already figured out who killed Rantaro.
What?
What?
Why are you surprised?
Because if he's right, that would make this the fastest class trial to date.
How fast was the previous record anyway?
Real fast, let me tell you.
He was like a leaf on the wind.
Oh yeah, I guess now he's won with the win.
Yeah, I think about him this time of year too.
The way he soared through the enemy fleet, all badass! Just to die like a little pug.
What?
Shut it, you weirdos! This is an important conversation! Kokichi, are you serious about knowing who the culprit is?
Yup. So, we all agree that the culprit knew about Kaede and Shuichi's trap, right?
Oh no.
No shit! That's why they're not in any of the pictures. So who is it?
He's about to accuse Shuichi, isn't he?
So whoever knew about the hidden cameras is the culprit.
So who the
I see where you're going with this, you little shit.
It's you!
Oh.
What?
I didn't see where he was going with that at all.
Cameras used for the trap, right? Obviously, whoever made the cameras knew about the blind spots.
Before breakfast was the only time someone would be able to sneak by.
What the hell brought this on all of a sudden? I just designed the cameras. I didn't know they'd get set up in the library.
If someone asked me to make cameras, I'd totally ask what they were for.
Well, Mew really didn't.
How come you never asked what the cameras were for, huh? Huh?
I pulled an all-nighter making them, and afterward just sort of passed out.
You're getting awfully worked up. Look at you. You're sweating.
I mean, we can corroborate her story.
I'm just feeling extra sensitive, like these big boobs of mine.
Wait.
For someone so aggressive, you're kind of a wimp, huh, Mew?
Come on, let me off the hook already. Do you want money? Is that it?
Your pathetic excuses are consistent with those of a common male criminal.
Everyone's starting to suspect Mew, but is that really okay? Blue-colored weak spots will appear. We call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue points. Then these blue-colored weak spots will be called agree points. In cheating agree points, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, fire the truth bullets that proves the testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with their statement, they will complement each other, resulting in a consent. From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. You can also use V consent, so if you're confident, give that a shot. Thank you for your time, respectively. Respectfully, System. No problem, System. You're a good guy. Okay.
Why don't you just admit it already?
Okay, let's look at Kodekio's and Kibo's accounts, since the other two don't make sense. Kyo, Mew, Kurumi, and Tsumugi were in the dining hall. Mew's in the middle of building a remote-controlled gadget. Kibo and Ryumo were in their own rooms. Well, that's not useful to me in the slightest. It's gotta be Kodekio's then. The only other things are the dust, which don't make sense, and the moving bookcase itself, which also doesn't make sense.
You're the culprit, aren't you, Mew?
No way! That's not possible!
So you knew nothing about the trap in the library?
I'm telling you, I had no idea! Not like it matters. Because I never went to the library, okay?
The person who made the cameras would have known their blind spots, too.
Yeah, well, I didn't make the cameras either!
Yeah, you did. Mew's so shaken up that she's starting to dig herself deeper with her own lies. I need to take her side. Rushing to judgment will only make things
Why don't
worse.
you just admit it?
You're the culprit, aren't you, Mew? So you knew nothing about the trap in the library?
I'm telling you, I had no idea! Not like it matters. Because I never went to the library.
The person who made the cameras...
Dang it!
Would have known their blind spots, too.
It's kind of hard to shoot it when it's
Why don't
stressing
you
out
just
like
admit
that.
it?
You're the culprit, aren't you, Mew?
No way! Toss me!
So you knew nothing.
Wait. It was checked during the investigation. The dust was left exactly the way it was originally set up. No. Okay, that doesn't make any sense.
Thing about
The trap in the library?
Not like it matters. Because I never went to the library, okay?
We
I agree
agree!
with that.
Veni vidi vici. Oh god, not that. Anything but that.
I don't think Mew went to the basement either. Right, Kyo?
Of
course she didn't. Miu was in the dining hall during the murder. I saw her there while dining on what I thought would be my last supper.
The pasta on the menu tastes like a lonely old lady eating her grandkid's birthday cake.
Don't feel bad for her. She got to eat her tasty grandkid on his birthday.
Wait.
That's too sad to make sense.
That's Pops for you.
So there you have it. Miu's alibi.
You fucking slug! Why didn't you say so earlier? Good job, Kaede. Guess I shouldn't have judged you by your lackluster rack.
What Gilgamesh-level condescension? But which Grail war are you from?
Wow, another reference we don't get. You must be a hardcore loser.
It's fate, you loser.
Oh, sorry. Sometimes my hobbies just sort of slip in.
Hey, don't be acting all cocky, Kokichi. You put my ass in the hot seat earlier. How about you just keep your fucking mouth shut, you lying little abortion?
What? That was really uncalled for. I only said that to find the culprit.
He's such a faking little asshole.
Hey, I feel a lot better now.
Cool your jets, kid.
Tsumugi and Kirumi were both in the dining hall as well.
We can dismiss those
Ryomu's
four
probably like
potential
one of my
culprits if they were
favorites.
together the entire time.
No, not the entire time. At one point, Tsumugi went to the restroom.
Oh, so you brought that up after all. It's true. I went to the restroom closest to the dining hall.
Oh? Did I hear that right? The restroom, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent! I was waiting for this moment. I'm getting so excited right now!
Why?
Why?
Did you take a firm dump, or was it a soft one?
Why are you assuming she was dropping a deuce in there?
But I really did just go to the restroom, not the basement, you know? Also, I don't think I was there long enough to be suspicious, right?
You're the ultimate cosplayer, though. You could have just disguised yourself as someone else while you were out.
Disguised? No, I don't do disguises.
She really doesn't.
I don't think that's possible, and I know the reason why.
Gosbox! The reason why Tsumugi couldn't have been in disguise is... triangle! Triangle to confirm. Why is it triangle?
Tsumugi can only cosplay as fictional characters. That's what cosplay is supposed to be in the first place.
Whoa. That base.
Lately, some people prefer to cosplay as non-fictional characters, which is unforgivable. It's so unforgivable that I break out in cosbox if I even attempt it.
Yeah, the cosbox was pretty gross.
I see. If that's the case, then there's no way you could have been in disguise. Sorry about that, Tsumugi. I just thought it was something to check.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm not bothered by it at all.
Aw, Tsumugi is so nice. She's way better than Miu.
Well, fuck you too!
Getting back on topic, we
Sure.
now have alibis for the people in the dining hall. So we know that Kirumi, Tsumugi, Miu, and Kyo can't be the culprit.
Congratulations to the four of you. You can all leave now.
Can they?
That's not how this works.
So what about the swines who went to the basement? They're all suspicious, right?
Which of us went to the basement?
Well, when Shuichi and I were on lookout, we saw... Kaito, Gonta, Maki, Tenko, Kimiko, Angie, and Rentaro. So 7 people in total.
So the culprit is among those 7?
But of course!
Why are you laughing? That includes you too!
Well, excluding Rentaro, one of the 6 people who headed to the basement. Is the mastermind of this killing game? The person who's making us endure all these terrible things?
Why not torture the truth out of them? It would be the quickest method.
Whoa.
Wait, please! No torture! My tolerance for pain is actually really low. I'll tell you everything! Anything! Just please don't hurt me!
Jeez.
Please just tell us what happened.
If the culprit is among that group, then wouldn't Maki be the most suspicious? Just look at her. She could definitely kill someone.
I can't argue with that, but...
I'm so stupid. The culprit could easily be anyone, like Kaito.
What are you talking about? There's no way I'm the culprit!
What is that face?
Who's the culprit? Who?
Gonta is gentleman. Gentlemen not hurt people.
Guys, we're just going around in circles.
It's not me either. Murder sounds like way too much work. I have an alibi.
Who's the culprit, for fuck's sake?
Wait, back up.
We need to calm down. If everyone talks all at once, then we can't discuss anything.
Oh, we're gonna go into that mechanic, aren't we?
We just need to listen to everyone's statements. You can do this, right?
Listen to everyone's statements? That's right, I can pick out everyone's voices as they talk over each other. Because I'm a piano wizard.
Because I was invited. Why don't you ask the shady guy who invited me?
What? You mean me? But I just said it wasn't me!
Don't thrust the blame onto me! You degenerate males and your thrusting! Ugh.
I'm not a bad girl, really. If you don't believe me, ask my mommy. Really? I have an alibi! I am not the culprit, too.
Oh no, all 3 people are talking at once. Everybody panic. Everyone's clamoring to prove their innocence. There's a panic in the courtroom, not on the dance floor. Or at the disco. Oh, that's right. It's time. You will now be thrown into a mass panic debate. During the mass panic debate, 3 debates will happen at the same time. But remain calm. It's just like a non-stop debate. You're just hearing triple the opinions. Support it. Aim at the conversation you really want to hear and concentrate to listen more closely. Sort through everyone's opinions, find the liar contradiction, and refute it. You can also use V-counter, so if you're confident, give that a shot. Sorry to take up your time. Thanks for being a sport about it. Mass panic. Okay, we have the receiver on Shuichi, Maki's account, library event, and Kibo. Okay, well, it's not Kibo. Maki's is before the murder, 7 people went down to the basement, but Gontaro immediately locked himself in the back. Only people who left in the game when the murder happened were these 3. Maki, Angie, and Himiko. Oh man, I love this music. It's so long. I'm kind of sad there aren't too many new songs, but hey. Yeah, it's definitely Maki's account.
Katura is always watching me.
A true Aikido master.
What? Who's that talking about me? You were having a strategy meeting together, remember? Rantaro's the only one who left in the middle of it.
Robot? Like Kibo?
None of us there could have killed him.
My brain started melting. All the different voices are confusing me, but Kaito's statement was suspicious, right? I'll be fine as long as I stay calm and listen for everyone's unique voice.
I have an alibi. A little bit suspicious.
I would never punch a
Because Atua is always watching in the basement.
A true Aikido master
Atua?
would never do
Who's
something
that
so
talking about me?
dishonorable.
We were having a strategy meeting together, remember? Rantaro's the only one who left in the middle of it. Like Kibo?
I hear it!
B counter break!
Wait a minute, Kaito. Wasn't there someone else who disappeared other than Rantaro? That idiot already forgot. Gonta also left during the strategy meeting.
Yeah, he locked himself up in the AV room and... Hey, wait a sec! Idiot!
Is that right, Gonta?
Yes. Gonta watched Bug Movie to fill Gonta with fight, so Gonta can fight Monokuma.
Were you trying to imagine yourself as a huge mantis with swords for hands?
Oh, come on! How is looking at bugs supposed to put you in a fighting mood?
He's the ultimate entomologist.
A terrible idea. Like putting ketchup on a hot dog.
I like ketchup on my hot dogs.
But why did you lock the door?
'Cause Gonta need focus. Everyone suspect Gonta? Why?
Because you don't have an alibi.
Oh, Gonta just need alibi? Okay, Gonta will get alibi. Just tell Gonta where to find it.
The way this debate is going, this will be difficult to refute.
What will you do? Without an alibi, we'll all choose you.
Gonta, please understand that in order to reveal the truth, you must also participate.
But Gonta not sure where to start.
You just have to tell everyone why you couldn't have done it.
If you're not the culprit and we all vote for you, then we're dead too. Our lives are riding on your word. You got this.
Okay, Gonta will try, for everyone's sake.
Yeah! Ha 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 ha! Fight, Gonta! Fight! Fight! Fight!
Cut it out, you fucking bobblehead!
This debate is getting loud and heated, but if I just focus on everyone's voice, then hopefully we can expose the mastermind.
Gonta not culprit!
Okay, I think I saw something about the door. The door was poorly made and only opens wide enough to slip an arm through. It would have been difficult for a person to enter and exit through it.
'Cause to leave AV room,
Oops.
Gonta must
I'm
walk
getting my
through game
frickin'
room
buttons
where
mixed
friends
up.
are. To even reach hallway.
If you can't get to the hallway, you can't go to the library.
AV room's got more than one entrance, though. There should have been a door facing the hallway, too.
The sliding door across from the rear entrance, correct?
With that sliding door, you can quickly go in and out of the library.
Then he got past the camera somehow and killed Rantaro. Well, that's settled. Let's go home.
Is not settled? Gonta not culprit!
Could Gonta have gone to the library from the AV room without anybody noticing? Could he really have done it?
Gonta not culprit! 'Cause to leave AV room, where friends are, even reach hallway.
If you get to the hallway, you can go to the library.
AV
room's got more than one entrance, though.
should have been a door facing the hallway. Two.
This one.
The sliding door across from the rear entrance, correct?
And the counter. What?
You can quickly go in
Dang
and
it.
have a...
I should have increased the focus gauge. I knew I should have, but I messed up. They've certainly made the words do some more interesting things in this game, I'll tell you that. Okay.
Correct.
With that sliding door...
Boom! There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Gotta get those V points, baby.
It's not possible to use the sliding door.
You saying I'm wrong? You got a lot of ass to be contradicting me.
Got a lot of what?
Did you mean to say sass? I think you left out an S.
The sliding door always jams. You're only able to open it a crack. The only part of your body that will be able to go through is your arm.
And there was no indication of the door being forced. There was dust on the track.
In other words, the chance they came out the sliding door is 0.
I see. So, I made a mistake. How rare.
Rare.
It's not that rare for you to make a mistake. Your entire existence is a mistake.
Well, jeez.
Vicious little...
If Gonta couldn't use the sliding door, then in order to get to the library...
He'd have to go through the game room, but I didn't see him at all.
See? Gonta tell you he not culprit.
No, we cannot confirm that just yet. My apologies, Gonta. I do not mean to put you on the spot like this, but... because I promised to do my best, I will fulfill that responsibility. Are you saying Gonta could still be the culprit? There's the possibility that Gonta killed Rantaro from the AV room.
From the AV room? How?
Oh! I didn't know that was a possibility.
Not only could he have killed Rantaro from the AV room, but also... he would not appear in any of the pictures from the cameras placed in the library.
Whoa! Perfect! But wait, then how did Gonta kill him? Well, it's obvious to this glamorous girl genius. But maybe explain for these dimwits.
First, I will explain the layouts of both the AV room and the library. The sliding door in the AV room faces the rear door of the library.
Correct.
Because of this, it is possible for Gonta to have killed Rantaro while he was in the AV room.
Okay.
But how, though?
In order for the murder to take place, the rear door of the library must be opened.
Wait a sec. Isn't that impossible? The AV room's sliding door doesn't open, so you can't get into the hallway.
If you cannot enter the hallway, how would you open the rear door to the library?
Would you have to?
Although you cannot fit your whole body through the sliding door, an arm would suffice. It would be possible if you used a particular item in the AV room.
Particular item in the AV room? It's the screen, right?
I get it.
Yeah, because we mentioned it when we
Is
examined
it the
it.
projector screen? That is correct. You can make a long pole if you roll up the screen. It would be possible to reach the library door with it. If you use the rolled up screen to reach the library's rear door, Then you can open it. The screen itself is quite heavy, but that would not have been a problem for Gonta.
Yeah, no problem for Gonta.
Oh my, how honest. If you open the library door, the camera would take your picture.
Actually, the camera wouldn't be triggered just by opening the door.
Shuichi and Kaede's pictures were like that as well. The shutter only went off once someone set foot into the room.
Okay, so it was possible to open the library door, but where does that get us? Gonta still couldn't have gotten from the AV room to the library.
Gonta did not enter the library. He killed Rantaro while he was still in the AV room.
Gonta killed Rantaro in the library while he was still in the AV room, then.
So does that mean Gonta threw the shot put ball?
Wait, I say! Why would anyone do something so crazy like throw a... Wait, that's actually not crazy at all! Throwing a shot put ball is totally normal!
Yes, the act of throwing a shot put ball could lead one to use it as a weapon.
Even if a person couldn't fit through the space, a shot put ball certainly would.
Rentaro's body was across from the AV room sliding door as well. As long as the rear door of the library was open, he would have been able to hit the victim.
That's quite the distance, though.
And that shot put ball was pretty heavy.
Yeah, but this is Gonta we're talking about.
Did you forget already? Gonta easily picked up the heavy manhole cover. It would definitely be feasible for him to throw a shot put ball at his target.
Yep, a walking, talking Roomba can't compare to a mighty beast like Gonta.
Roomba?
That Roomba remark is probably not about me, as I have a variety of custodial functions.
Well, Gonta, can you throw a shot put ball from that
No, it was definitely about you.
Yes, probably.
You're too honest, Gonta.
Seriously.
You're so cool, Gonta. You could be the ultimate shot putter.
Well, I've heard enough. Gonta's the culprit.
Isn't that too easy?
Wait! Gonta never hurt anyone! Not even insect! Gonta telling truth! Gentlemen never tell lies!
Well, there you have it. What do you guys think?
I would like to believe him, but without evidence, we cannot.
If everyone is wrong, we'll never find the mastermind. And we'll all be dead. I can't let that happen. I need to do my best to guide everyone to the right answer. A non-stop debate?
So we agree. Gonta's the culprit.
File 1,
Gonta
moving
not
bookcase,
culprit, honest.
receiver on Shuichi.
Typical degenerate male excuse.
Why is this important? Alright, Oh!
Rantaro's corpse and the AV room door do line up with one another. There are no obstacles in the way.
If one opened the back door of the
Kyumi
window,
has a cool background.
one could throw a shot and strike true.
No way the average person could make that shot. But with superhuman strength like Gonta's, it's a different story.
Afterward, to close the back door to the library, he would have used the rolled-up projector screen again.
See? That's all there is to it.
Is that what we're going with? No, this doesn't sound right. Actually, the situation at the library was different than what everyone remembers. Everyone's on the wrong track. I need to guide them to the right answer. If I don't, we'll never expose the mastermind.
So we agree, Gonta's the culprit!
Gonta not culprit! Honest!
Typical degenerate male excuse.
Rantaro's corpse in the AV room door. Do line up with one another. There are no obstacles in the way.
If one opened the back...
Dang it, I pressed circles when I was going for R1. Kenji's voice sped up is pretty hilarious. I'll stop when we get to Kirumi's part.
Line
Okay.
up with one another. There are no obstacles.
No, that's wrong. It would have been impossible for Gonta to have thrown that shot from the AV room. Because there was an obstacle between Rantaro and Gonta.
The moving bookcase. When Rantaro was killed, it should have been open.
Yup, that's our evidence. The bookcase door was open when he was killed.
What? Oh, it's one of the pictures.
I get it! It's in this picture. Here, look. These two pictures were taken by the camera facing the moving bookcase.
These photos were taken moments before Rantaro was killed.
The bookcase door is completely open here, and then it closes automatically. So by the time we entered the library, the door had already closed itself. Before Rantaro was killed, the bookcase door was open. Even if Gonta did throw the shot, it would have hit the bookcase instead.
I see. Well, that pretty much shuts the book on that theory, then.
If that's true, then there's no possibility that Gonta is the culprit.
What? Why are you making this so complicated? Just be the culprit already.
Sorry.
I don't think you need to apologize.
Yeah, that's right. A man shouldn't apologize so easily.
At least not for
I
that.
should be the one to apologize. I am sorry for accusing you, Gonta.
No, Gonta understand. 'Cause we gotta find culprit.
Well said! For a degenerate male, you're actually pretty reasonable.
Ugh, I hate this sentimental crap.
Why's that? It's nice when everyone gets along like this.
Are you stupid or something? I can't stand people having a good time.
Daddy is too evil to feel ashamed for being evil.
We could learn a lot from him.
Don't mind me. I'm not actually taking notes. I'm placing bets on racehorses.
I'm jonesing for a leaf. I need a raccoon tail to chase my dragon.
It's good that Gonta's in the clear, but don't break out the confetti just yet. We're out of suspects now. On top of that, we still don't even know how Rantaro died.
So we only know what the weapon is? How are we supposed to find the mastermind with that?
We know the murder weapon is the shot put ball.
But where did the culprit get it?
Well, that's an easy one.
I think it was from the warehouse.
Oh, okay.
I saw track and field equipment there.
Then anyone would have been able to obtain it. We need more information. What's wrong, Shuichi?
Huh? It's nothing.
Ah! How do we find this darn culprit now?
Hey, culprit! Quit hiding! Just be a man and fess up already!
We don't even know if they're a guy or not, though, right? Or if they're even human.
Are you referring to me?
Don't worry, you guys. We're one step closer to the truth, so don't give up. Try to remember what happened. We can find more clues left by the mastermind.
Clues? What kind of clues?
Like, if Rantaro was deceived by the mastermind and went to the library, maybe somebody saw Rantaro having a suspicious conversation with someone. It would be a good idea to figure out who knew about our trap. Either way, anything you guys remember might be able to help with the case.
Yes! But are you sure the culprit is also the mastermind?
Huh? Yeah, I think so. Why?
Then what Atua just told me about how the culprit entered the library is correct!
Huh?
Huh? I didn't hear anything. Oh, that's right. Only I can hear the voice of Atua. Then I will speak on Atua's behalf, as his prophet. If the culprit is the mastermind, they could have entered the library while avoiding the cameras.
What?
Are you serious? There's a way to do that?
Super serious, brother.
Atua sounds like a shady weirdo.
Sounds like Waka. A way for the culprit to enter the library without being caught by the cameras. Is that really possible?
Atua says I should continue explaining on his behalf. Yeah-ha-ha-ha! Only Atua knows the truth behind this incident!
She's gonna be annoying going forward.
The culprit was hiding in the library the whole time, before Kaede and Shuichi even placed the cameras.
Where would they have hidden?
Inside the hidden door!
So you're saying the culprit was lying in wait there?
If that's true, the suspects are those who were alone at the time of the incident.
The only ones who didn't go to the dining hall or basement are
Kokichi and Kibo and Ryoma, right?
I knew the culprit was a male!
Yahaha! Behold Atua's divine logic!
Oh my goodness. I've never had to debate a god before. I can tell there's a contradiction, but I don't think Angie's noticed it yet.
The culprit was hiding in the library the whole time, before Kaede and Shuichi even placed the cameras.
Where would they have hidden?
Inside the hidden door!
No, that's wrong! Wait a minute, Angie. I don't think it was possible to hide in the hidden door.
What? You dare challenge Atua?
I don't think the hidden door was ever used.
Huh? The dust is still there. It looks like the card reader wasn't used. That means the mastermind didn't hide here.
While investigating the mastermind, I placed dust on the card reader. If anyone swiped their card key, the dust would have fallen.
We already confirmed during the investigation that there was no dust on the floor. The bookcase hadn't been opened, so I doubt anyone was hiding in there.
The fog has lifted. We've still got a ways to go.
Huh? What do you mean?
The culprit could have been in the library before the cameras were even set. You won't be able to prove anything with weak reasoning like that.
It seems you've been contradicted. When this sort of thing happens, you'll go into a one-on-one debate called a rebuttal showdown from the second game. What's a rebuttal showdown? Well, for now, let's explain the controls. In this mode, you counter the other person's claim and argue against it. Move your truth blade with L and align it with your opponent's claims. Perform a regular cut in the direction of the blade is pointing by pressing X. Cut with a truth blade by pressing triangle. Oh, sorry, forgot to tell you. In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. Use regular cuts on your opponent's words, but when a weak spot appears, slash it with a truth blade strike. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. What's neat is, if you cut through multiple words at once, you get a time bonus. 2 at once gets you 2 seconds, 3 is 3. The more you cut down, the better. Watch the position of your opponent's claim closely and slice as many as you can. By doing that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. When the mood of the arguments is in your favor, the debate will progress. On the other hand, if you ignore the person's remarks, it will skew toward their advantage, and then you'll have to deal with the loss of progress. If you and your opponent's arguments are even, a blade lock will occur. When that happens, you just have to mash stacks as fast as you can to push them off. Isn't slicing and dicing opinions with a truth sword the bee's knees? What? Not really? Well, you shouldn't knock it before you try it. You can also agree, so blah 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 blah. Thanks for your time.
Even if we rule out the hidden door, the library's got no shortage of hiding spots. There's piles of books all over. Since the culprit was there before the cameras were placed, it could have been hiding there, you know? They took out Rantaro, then took off.
But if the culprit killed him and ran away, wouldn't they have been caught on camera?
Not if they went back into hiding. Right after killing
Oh,
Rantaro.
okay.
Then, once everyone's gathered around the body, all they gotta do is act like they just ran in. Rejoin everyone and we'd be none the wiser.
I'm starting to see the holes in Ryuma's argument. I have evidence I can present that will break him down.
They went back into hiding. Right after killing Rantaro. Then, once everyone's gathered around the body, all they gotta do is act like they just ran in. Rejoin everyone and we'd be none the wiser.
Dang,
Cut your
missed.
words!
Okay, that's a little awkward since we're not using the
Culprit met him
touchscreen anymore.
inside the library? That doesn't seem possible, though.
Let's hear it then. What's your reason?
If you take a look at the 3 pictures from the camera we placed near the front door, this is when Shuichi and I met up with Kaito and Tenko, and then rushed in. This one shows the other 4 people running in after they heard Tenko scream. And finally, everyone else coming in after hearing the body discovery announcement. You can clearly see everyone entering the library in these pictures. It wouldn't make sense if there was someone hiding in the library the whole time.
Well, that does cover everyone now, doesn't it? I guess the one who still has a ways to go is me.
Still cool, Ryoma.
Don't
I
worry
like
about it. It's better to think about each possibility anyway. Right, Shuichi?
Hello?
Yes.
Is Shuichi okay? He's been really quiet. Is he worried about something?
So the real question is how the culprit entered and exited the library.
We cannot continue until we address that problem first.
It's quite the mystery. How did the killer avoid being caught by the cameras?
Almost like they were invisible. Oh, but it wasn't me. My magic can only make you half invisible. Your upper half, to be specific.
That's kind of a half-baked invisibility spell, isn't it?
But both doors to library had hidden cameras on them.
How about the vent in the library? Maybe they came in through there. But Shuichi and I were on lookout in the classroom with the connecting vent.
The culprit waited until Kaede and Shuichi weren't looking, then turned invisible.
Himiko is really gung-ho about her invisible culprit theory.
Yeah, no. There's no way someone snuck into the library through the vent.
That's right. We have evidence to prove that would have been impossible. That has nothing to do with the air vent, probably. I don't know. Ah, dang it. Oh,
I get it! When I set the cameras, I also stacked some books in front of the vent. If someone did crawl in and out from the vent, the books would have collapsed. While we were investigating, they were still neatly stacked the way I placed them.
Maybe they put the books back when they left the room.
That would be quite difficult to achieve on such a narrow bookcase.
If we've ruled out the vents and doors, then how'd the culprits get in and out of the library? Maybe divine intervention?
Gonta no can think of any other way to enter.
Eureka! I know how the culprit got in the library. The front door!
Have you been paying attention? The camera would have taken their picture.
Not if the culprit timed their movements around the camera intervals.
Huh? Intervals? What is that?
Basically, the culprit knew about the cameras and their intervals. So they snuck into the library between camera shots to avoid appearing in the photos. I know. Beauty and brains. Why? It's just not fair.
Mew, what's this interval you're talking about?
Huh? Oh, now you're asking me. After the shutter snaps, the camera can't take a new photo for 30 seconds.
What?
Because I redesigned the cameras to auto-roll the film instead of having to do it manually.
That's the first time I'm hearing about this. Why didn't you tell us from the start?
But I told your little beta boy toy after I gave you the remodeled cameras.
What?
Shuichi?
I'm sorry. I guess I forgot to tell you.
How could you forget to tell me?
I didn't think it would affect the plan. I didn't realize it would matter. I guess I just forgot to mention it. I'm really sorry.
That's suspicious.
I forgot. What a pitiful excuse.
Yeah, that's pretty much a lie.
No, it's not a lie. He probably just forgot. There was so much going on at the time. It's only natural to forget, you know?
Yeah.
Let's put that aside for now and talk about the camera intervals.
Each interval lasted for 30 seconds, correct, Mew?
Yeah, sure. I'll explain it again to you mushheads. The 3 cameras that Kaidiot and Puichi placed go off when they pick up movement. From there, it takes 30 seconds for the film to auto-roll to the next photo.
So, for 30 seconds, anyone could have entered the library without their photo being taken?
That may have been enough time to kill Rantaro and exit the library.
It's definitely enough time. You just gotta move at lightning speed.
I see. Then there's no doubt the culprit made use of the camera's intervals.
That means the culprit was Mew all along, since she knew about the intervals.
Don't be an asshole! I have an alibi. Remember the dining hall?
Oh, yeah. Well, who else knew about the intervals? Now, who was it again?
Shuichi.
Well then, does this mean that he is the culprit we have been seeking?
Shuichi.
Hey, what gives, Shuichi?
Don't start doubting him yet.
Shuichi would never do that. Right, Shuichi?
You had better speak soon. Your silence only damns you further.
Back up already! Did you kill Rantaro?
Hey, Shuichi. What's gotten into you?
Don't tell me you're gonna plead the fifth now.
Oh man, this is getting good! Entertain me, peasants!
No way. Shuichi can't be the culprit. That's definitely wrong. There's no way. I refuse to believe Shuichi's the culprit. That's definitely not possible. Is it though? What? This is where the demo ended. Thankfully, we're not playing the demo now. Sure, I want to save. Because, oh boy. It can't be Shuichi though. I mean, there was definitely a time period where he could have. When everyone was in the game room. Wow, the trial is racing towards its thrilling conclusion. Do you know who the culprit is? Obviously I know, because I know everything. What? Know everything? No, everything. Daddy knows about everything about anything. He basically traded his bearhood for godhood. Yes, he has betrayed his Ursine ancestors. Traded? No, I'm obviously still a bear. It is obvious, right, you guys? You sure ain't no fish, but you damn sure smell like one.
Now then.
Anyway, since I know everything, I'll give you the whole story later. Try your hardest to nab the culprit. Believe me, that's no lie. If I lied, it would shake the game to its very foundation. So trust me, and please enjoy the class trial without any worries. Resume.
I feel like we're getting close to the gory part. It's making me nervous.
I don't know who the culprit is, but I'm not paying attention, so it's okay.
Yeah, but there's one thing we do know. The line between victim and attacker ain't as clear as you might think.
I suppose that's one lesson we can take away from this case.
I cut off the leg before the poison spread. By spring, flowers will grow from the stump.
Say something already.
Your tongue-tied silence speaks volumes. I fucking knew you were the culprit.
Wait just a minute! None of that is possible! Shuichi was with me the whole time we were on lookout. When are you suggesting Shuichi killed Rantaro? Were you really together the whole time?
Yup, the whole time.
Huh? What do you mean? I'm asking if you two were on lookout together the whole time. Well, I guess we weren't together the whole time.
I'm gonna check out the basement. I'll come with you. No, you stay and keep watch, Kaede.
So that's when Shuichi went to kill Rantaro.
No! Shuichi wouldn't kill anyone!
Don't become emotional. We must seek the truth in a calm and logical manner. Or all our lives will be lost here.
I'm not being emotional here. I'm saying it with conviction.
Even if Shuichi did go to the basement, he couldn't have killed Rantaro because... Oh yeah.
I get it. The security alarm didn't ring until after Shuichi returned to the classroom. It only rang after Rantaro moved the hidden door, which means he was still alive. If Shuichi was with me when the alarm went off, then that means he's not the culprit.
By the way, I want to confirm one thing with you, Kaede. Who set the security sensor on the bookcase? It was Shuichi, right?
What the? Then I'll set up the camera that's connected to the security sensor. I'll set it carefully so the camera has a clear shot when the mastermind moves the bookcase. Let me take care of the security sensor on top of the bookcase. And we'll set the cameras near each door.
Yeah, Shuichi was the one who set up the security sensor. What about it?
Did you actually check for yourself if the sensor was set on the bookcase, Kaede?
No, I didn't check.
Did it ever occur to you that Shuichi could have lied about setting the sensor?
A lie?
Shuichi pretended to place the sensor on the hidden bookcase door. But in actuality, he was holding it the whole time. And when he met up with you, he secretly triggered the sensor to make the security alarm go off.
That would cause Kaede to assume that someone had moved the bookcase.
I see. sneaky little fucker!
No, at this rate everyone's gonna think Shuichi is the culprit. But is it? I have to do something! I know for a fact that he's not the culprit. So I gotta do something! From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles. Please time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted by the white noise. You can use the silencer with X to shoot down the white noise. Why would you do that? Well, because not only does it make it easier to shoot the right weak spots, you'll also get additional time. What a great deal. Use it to your heart's content. Thank you for the opportunity.
The security sensor was armed.
Let's see around Shuichi. So in case someone moved the bookcase, it would notify him. I noticed there's also a button on this receiver that lets him trigger it, but we'll not talk about that part.
But the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound
the hidden door
Kaede
photos.
heard came
Duh.
from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it in order to trigger the alarm.
So when Kaede heard the sensor go off,
Okay, maybe
she figured
upshift would have been a
someone
good
had tried to
idea.
move the bookcase.
Only an idiot could make that mistake.
Shuichi couldn't have had the sensor on him. That's right, and I should have evidence that proves it beyond the shadow of
The
a doubt.
security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, that was a V counter. Screw you.
Wait a minute. This is weird. If the security sensor wasn't placed, then we wouldn't have been able to take that picture. We were only able to get it because the sensor was triggered by the hidden door.
Oh, that? Psh, easy to explain. Well, you see... I guess you're right. Sorry, I didn't think that far ahead.
You're giving up that easily?
Yeah, I mean, whatevs. I made a mistake, big deal.
You speak as if you knew that from the start. Even I was taken in.
So you see? Shuichi can't be the culprit.
Now wait just a minute. The security sensor had a power supply, so what if it went like this? The security sensor was set up on the bookshelf, and Shuichi had its receiver. However, Shuichi turned the receiver off.
Huh? How come?
That would get you a picture, but no alarm when Rantaro moved the bookcase. Then, when Shuichi says he's gonna check the basement, he actually goes to the library. And thanks to the 30-second interval, he's got time to go in after Rantaro.
He could have collected the sensor from the hidden bookcase after killing Rantaro.
I see.
Within
Then he
30
caused
seconds?
the receiver to go off in front of Kaede to trick her.
It's certainly plausible, considering that Shuichi knew about the intervals.
How needlessly complicated. But I guess it's not impossible.
Then, Shuichi really is the culprit?
So the ultimate detective is the killer. What a plot twist!
Wait! Why do you guys think he's the culprit? Shuichi, please say something. Why aren't you saying anything?
Shuichi, what's wrong? You're not culprit, are you?
Hey, you gonna say anything? We'll all vote for you if you don't.
Are you okay with being the culprit. Are you ready to turn yourself in?
What should I do? Everyone suspects Shuichi. There's no way he's the culprit, but even so. Is there a reason he won't say anything? It's because of his fear of people looking at him. If that's the case, then it's all up to me. And of course, everyone's eyes are on him. To protect everyone, I need to take control of this debate. Even if that means I have to lie to do it. Did you hear that? A lie? Now, I know that sounds crazy. Telling a lie in a class trial? But sometimes telling a lie is necessary to reach the truth. Oh, but don't worry. There are no lies in this tutorial. From here on out, there will be times in the debate you have to lie. Before you had to refute the lies, but now you'll have to lie yourself. Monaco Smile one. Doesn't that get your heart pumping? Here's how it works. Select the truth bullet like normal. When you hold triangle, the truth bullet will become a lie bullet with the opposite meaning. Releasing triangle will shoot the lie bullet. When you use a lie bullet to argue or agree with someone's statement, it will become a perjury, a statement that paints over the truth with lies. Also, what am I looking at? While lying, your influence gauge will drain. A successful lie will restore it. But if you miss with your lie bullet, you will take damage, so be careful. Also, I've heard a rumor that there's a secret way to advance debates. It's called a back route. Let's just say that only those who lie well will be able to find it. Thank you very much, Lee. So, it's a way to speedrun, I guess. Interesting.
Let's go over the case one more time.
The security sensor was placed on the moving bookcase. Shuichi also had the receiver.
But he had it turned off.
And so when Rantaro moved the bookcase, a picture was taken without the alarm sounding.
This one's pretty obvious.
Then taking advantage of the camera's interval timer,
Shuichi hid in the library and murdered the shit out of Rantaro! And then he grabbed the security sensor from the bookcase and returned to the lookout spot.
Afterwards, he set off the receiver in front of Kaede on purpose to make her think the murder had just happened. Praise be to Atua! We've solved this case! Shuichi was just using Kaede.
Basis for their suspicion is that Shuichi had the receiver for the security sensor. If I can argue against that, everything should be okay. I have to retake control. I have to tell a lie so we can get closer to the truth.
One more time.
the security sensor was placed on the moving bookcase. Shuichi also had the receiver.
But he had it turned off.
Shit.
And so when Rantaro moved the bookcase...
Ow.
The picture was taken without the alarm sounding. Then taking advantage of the camera's interval timer.
A little hard to aim the thing. Alright, so the best way to do it is probably to do it on the statement before, so that it's ready. I should have also been shooting those.
It's on the moving bookcase. Shuichi also had the receiver.
But he had it turned off.
Shoot!
So when Rantaro moved the bookcase.
This thing's hard to aim.
Then taking advantage of the camera's interval timer.
Okay.
Afterwards, he set up... He was just using Kaede.
Let's go over the case one more time.
The security sensor was placed on the moving bookcase. Shuichi also had the receiver.
But he had it turned off.
What the heck?
And so when Rantaro moved...
The bookcase. The picture was taken without the alarm sounding. Then taking advantage of the camera's interval timer.
Okay. The order of this is a little weird, but I think I've got it. Because there's white noise involved with the freaking line. It's like throwing me off.
The security sensor was placed on the moving bookcase. Shuichi also...
But he had a...
Dang it!
And so when Rantaro moved to the bookcase,
This is starting to get
the picture was
annoying.
taken without the alarm sounding. Then taking advantage of the camera's interval.
Shuichi hid in the library. Out of Rantaro.
I'm gonna freaking run out of time then.
Afterwards, he said...
Praise be to Atua. And boom. Dang it.
Let's go over this
one more time.
The security sensor was placed on the moving bookcase. Shuichi...
But he had it turned on.
And so when Rantaro moved to the bookcase, then taking advantage of the camera's interval timer.
Afterwards, he said the
Only got one shot at this. If I have that much. Definitely should have got upshift.
Let's go over this one more time.
Okay.
The security sensor was placed on the moving bookcase. Shuichi also had...
I'll turn this lie into the truth. Sorry, you guys. I forgot to tell you something important.
Forgot?
To tell you the truth, it was me. I had the receiver.
Huh?
So that's why there's no way Shuichi could have turned off the receiver.
If that is true, then the entire premise of the argument thus far is wrong.
Is this true, Kaede?
Of course! Come on, would I lie to you guys?
That'd only screw yourself over. If we mess up, you're dead too, you know.
Or perhaps you wanted to cover for Shuichi, even at the cost of your life.
Huh?
I cannot imagine why anyone would risk their life to lie on another's behalf.
Words from a true heartless robot. Emotions are only for meatbags.
That is a harmful stereotype. I can produce heartfelt remarks through calculations.
Like less than 3? Those kinds of calculations?
It's not so unthinkable. All hearts are blind when faced with radiant light. Doing anything for the one you love. Hasn't everyone felt that way before? I most certainly have, at least.
Uh-huh.
How creepy you are. I'm sure that person didn't want your love.
Kaede and Shuichi are pretty buddy-buddy with each other, so I wouldn't doubt that. Plus, the way Kaede just acted right now, I'm pretty sure she lied. A talented liar like me can spot other people's lies easily. Well, what do you guys think? To believe or not to believe Kaede?
I do want to believe Kaede, but Shuichi does seem pretty suspicious. He has been strangely quiet for a while now, which is classic degenerate male behavior.
Yeah, I agree.
Shuichi is the only person here who's suspicious.
So we all agree that Puichi did it? Then let's just vote already!
No, I still think it is too soon to determine the culprit.
Kiba?
I agree. I sort of can't believe that Shuichi is the culprit.
Yeah, this ain't right.
I agree. But I don't know if Atua agrees. 'Cause right now it's his nap time.
This is quite troublesome. It seems our opinions are on opposite ends.
How are we supposed to decide? We're split, right down middle.
Hold on! Split? Did you just say split?
Yes.
You did! I heard it! I heard it with my belly button microphone!
So wait, your ears don't do anything?
The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own, more phenomenal trial grounds!
Oh, the thing in the previews.
Trial grounds?
I'm waiting for this.
Trial grounds are gonna morph? Seriously? I totally want to see that!
Either way, we have to do something. We can't vote for Shuichi because he's definitely not the culprit. If we vote for him, all hope is lost. I won't be able to save everyone. But I haven't lost hope yet. I won't give up! Before I can save everyone, I need to make sure we're all on the same page. You're split down the middle. At times like this, debate scrums are perfect. In a debate scrum, you will be split into 2 teams. Then you argue your opinions against each other. But look, everyone's so fired up, the subjects of your statement don't match. That's not how you debate at all. You have to match your subject with your opponents and put them in the correct order. That's how you make a good debate. Your side's subject keywords will be displayed, but your opponent's subjects won't be revealed yet. Listen closely for the subject of your opponent's argument. Before your opponent finishes their statement, find the same subject keyword with up and down, and press triangle to argue the subject with the same keyword. If you and your opponent's arguments match, then your opponent's keyword will be revealed. And when all the statements match up, you will enter the finale. Try to convince all your opponents at once. Continuously tap the button displayed on the screen to push your opponent's claim out. Don't get pushed back. Push their claim out for a perfect refutation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I think I've got an idea. What in the world is happening? Debate scrum start.
You hid what you knew about the camera intervals, Shuichi.
Unlike Shuichi, I actually have an airtight alibi.
Shuichi and Kaede weren't together the whole time, were they?
Hirumi! Both of them were together when the receiver went off.
If Shuichi had the receiver, it could have been disguised.
Kibo!
Kaede is the one who actually had the receiver.
But that's Kaede's lie, isn't it?
I'll do it! We'll know whether or not it's a lie when we talk this through.
You hid what you knew about the camera intervals, Shuichi.
If our points don't match, then we won't be able to make a convincing argument. I'm gonna convince everyone that Shuichi's not the culprit.
You hid what you knew about the camera intervals, Shuichi.
Gota!
But you silent about intervals too.
Unlike
Fly, go away.
I actually have an airtight
Kaito!
Kaede backed up Shuichi's alibi, didn't she?
Shuichi and Kaede weren't together the whole time, were they?
Hirumi! Both of them were together when the receiver went off.
Okay, I see how this goes.
If Shuichi
It's
had the
interesting.
receiver,
Kibo!
Kaede is the one who actually had the receiver.
But that's Kaede's lie, isn't it?
I'll do it! We'll know whether or not it's a lie when we talk this through.
Full counter! That's pretty fun. I like this.
believe me. Shuichi is not the culprit. If we vote for Shuichi, we'll be making the wrong choice. And if that happens, everyone will be executed. I definitely won't let that happen, even if it costs me my life.
Kaede.
Yeah, it's just like Kaede said. Shuichi ain't the culprit.
Gonta believe in Shuichi too. Gentlemen always believe in friends.
Well, if Shuichi's not our culprit, then who is?
We've already exhausted all possible avenues of discussion.
No way. There has to be something else we can discuss. We just gotta think.
Is it time for Psych Taxi?
Right, Shuichi?
Huh?
Shuichi, even though you're not the culprit, you've been quiet for a while. It's because you realized something, huh? You're scared to reveal the truth. I thought so. Shuichi, answer me this. What kind of truth did you realize? Don't be scared to say it. Not just for me, but for everyone else. Please, face the truth.
The picture.
Picture?
Picture?
The picture from the camera aimed at the hidden door, just before the murder. I always thought it was suspicious, the way Rantaro was acting.
What's suspicious?
If you look at the picture, it looks like Rantaro is trying to remove the camera.
Mm-hmm.
But that must mean he noticed the camera we set up.
That's true. But when did he notice that?
I believe it was when the camera took its first picture. This picture was taken when Rantaro moved the bookcase. At that moment, something made him notice the camera. So he tried to remove it. That's when the bookcase closed. The sensor was triggered, and that's when this picture was taken.
If that is the case, we must find the reason why he noticed the camera.
You're confusing everyone! Except me, of course. Just get to the fucking point!
I've been contemplating what it could be. Why did he notice the camera? And the answer is in this picture.
I see. Shuichi knows. The reason why Rantaro noticed the camera is because...
I get it! Because of the flash, right?
The flash?
Yes, the flash went off when the hidden door camera took a picture. Rantaro noticed the camera's flash.
But how can you tell the flash went off?
Well, if you compare it to the other pictures that we have. Remember the pictures that were taken when I took down the cameras? This is the picture taken when I removed the front camera. This is the picture from when I removed the rear camera. And this is the picture of Rantaro.
Whoa! The brightness is totally different.
Same room, circumstance, and camera. And yet, there is a disparity in brightness.
Because only the camera aimed at the hidden door had the flash turned on.
What was the purpose of leaving the flash on? Especially since it was meant to be hidden.
A mistake, maybe?
It's no mistake. There was an objective here.
What?
That camera was placed for another reason.
Another reason, huh?
There's only one reason. To lure him closer.
I get it! The flash was used to lure whoever moved the bookcase to the camera. So when the flash went off, they would have noticed the camera right away.
I'm starting to think of a weird possibility here.
And that's exactly what happened. Rentaro moved the bookcase, noticed the flash, and then walked over to the camera. But the culprit didn't expect the camera to take another picture when the door closed.
Hey, Kaede?
What is it?
Is something wrong? You've been acting kinda strange.
Strange?
Your last few remarks carry more conviction than before.
Do you know who the culprit is?
Yep, I know. I've known for a long time.
What?
Long time?
Because there was only one person able to set the flash on the camera.
But...
Isn't that right, Shuichi? The culprit of this incident is...
It's... But it's... But it's...
No doubt about it. Well, this is as far as it goes. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get to the mastermind. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry, Rantaro. I'm sorry, Shuichi. You stayed silent this whole time because you realized it already, right? But you can't do that. It may be the end of me, but I want my wish to. I'm giving it to you, Shuichi. From now on, you're going to carry on my wish. You're going to protect everyone.
I like how the picture on the left got all grainy. I was, what?!
Kaede, I know what you want me to do. That's so cool. It's cool, but...
I guess Shuichi's the main character now.
I understand. I'll do it.
That's really cool, the subtle lighting effects and everything.
I won't let your wish go ungranted.
Oh my god, I was telling everyone how I wanted a case for one day for us to be the Blackened, but
the culprit.
I didn't think it would be like this!
Huh?
Kaede did it?
Wait! That's not possible! Right, Kaede? Kaede? Wait! Did she really...
Just kidding!
What?
Huh? Did you guys really think I'm the culprit? Shh, come on, guys. Like I could. When Rantaro was murdered, I was in the classroom with Shuichi, remember? After that, we went to the library, and that's the first time I even saw his body. Plus, I never met up with Rantaro. I never had a chance to kill him.
Yes. No way Kaede could be culprit.
Wait, what?
Jeez, of
Where's
course
this going?
not. Do you think I'm even strong enough to throw that shot? My hands are only strong enough to play piano.
Then accusing you of being the culprit is...
Yup, it's wrong. Shuichi's just joking around. He wanted to lighten up the mood. Right, Shuichi? No matter how you look at it, I couldn't have killed Rantaro with that shot.
I understand, Kaede. You want me to reveal the truth, don't you? I think everyone is afraid of learning the truth, but the people who are willing to find the truth are the ones who can decide their fate. If you never know the lies from the truth, then you can't choose a path. You won't even know you're on a path. So fight for the truth, even if it is frightening. I know you can do this. If you're scared, borrow the strength of others who will be there to help you. Think of everyone you're helping and let that be your strength.
No, I'm not joking around. Kaede definitely killed Rantaro.
What the hell did you just say?
It seems as though Shuichi is
I guess I wasn't wrong with hanging out with Shuichi after all.
Of course I am.
Why don't you tell me then? How did I kill Rantaro with that shot?
Yeah, how? You and Kaede were together the whole time, weren't you?
How Kaede killed Rantaro with a shot put ball should become clear when you consider where she used it.
Where she used the shot put ball?
Huh? What? I'm lost, you guys.
Kaede wants me to reveal the truth. She trusts me with her wish. So, I can't back down. Damn, this is intense. I need to fulfill her wish. I need to fight for the truth. And now we're in a non-stop debate of Shuichi. Okay.
I have an alibi. When Rantaro was killed...
Bloody shot football. No. Monokuma?
I was in the classroom, standing watch with Shuichi.
Kaede never saw Rantaro. And how'd she kill him?
It's important to establish where the culprit used the shot. We know that it was in the library.
Rantaro was killed in the library after all.
That's the only explanation.
In which case, it's impossible for me to be the culprit.
Kaede wants me to reveal her the truth. She trusts me with her wish. I won't let her down. I will find the answer.
When Rantaro was killed, I was in the classroom, standing watch with Shuichi.
Kaede never saw Rantaro. And how'd she kill him?
It's important to establish where the culprit used the shot. We know that it was in the library.
That one. Okay.
Rantaro was killed in the library after all.
I was trying to figure out...
That's the only explanation.
In which case, it's impossible for me to be the culprit. I have an alibi. When Rantaro was killed, I was in the classroom, standing watch with Shuichi.
Kaede never saw Rantaro.
Okay, it's this one.
And how'd she kill him?
It's important to establish where the culprit used the shot. We know that it was in the library.
That's wrong!
We just V-countered ourselves. This is getting weird.
He didn't use the shot put ball at the scene of the crime. She used it at the first floor classroom, where we were keeping watch.
Hold up. How could she have hit Rantaro with a shot from a different floor?
She rolled it. She rolled the shot from the first floor classroom and hit Rantaro. I am skeptical that she could perform such a feat of accuracy.
So it was a magic shot put ball? That's not possible.
It is possible. If you do it at the right spot in the classroom, it will reach the library.
So it seems you already knew about that.
I didn't want to figure it out. I didn't want to know. But I can't turn away from the truth. The place she rolled the shot put ball to move it from the classroom to the library. I know this. When you need to deduce a keyword, you will be thrown into Hangman's Gambit version 3.0, because the other two. The objective is to select the letter orbs in the right order to create the keyword. Press X to activate the flash spot to read the illuminated letter orbs. While the letters are illuminated, you will not be able to actually select a letter orb. So make sure you remember where they are and press triangle to get the letter orb. Okay, but remember you have to select them in the correct order. Deduce the keywords from the letter orbs that you can see in the flash spot. It uses focus energy, so use it wisely. Waves of light will occasionally cross the screen, so you can read the letter orbs then. That's what it means by flashing more often, okay. So take advantage of that as well. Thank you for listening to me. Complete!
The classroom's bent. If you were to roll the shot in there, it would reach the library.
I see. That air duct connects the classroom to the library.
So, the shot is rolled into the vent, passes through the duct, and comes out of the air vent above the library bookcase.
But how could she have hit Rantaro from all the way over there? The vent was way too far from Rantaro's body.
So it was just a coincidence?
What kind of coincidence is that?
What a mystery.
No, I already know the answer to that as well. It was no coincidence. The culprit set it up that way intentionally. If I'm remembering correctly, there was something off about her then. Damn it, how could I not realize it? It's too late to regret the past. I said I wouldn't back down. I made a promise. And stack books. There it is.
The shot that fell from the vent. How did it strike Rantaro's head from that distance?
Yeah, that's impossible.
It's not like it started rolling on its own. It fell off the bookcase onto Rantaro's head.
Maybe the shot was on the floor. And Rantaro tripped over it, causing him to hit his head on the bookcase?
Watch out so you don't slip and fall!
What if Rantaro's corpse moved on its own?
Like he was standing under the vent when the shot hit his head. Then he walked a few steps before he finally dropped dead.
Hey, Shuichi. Don't lose sight of the truth.
I need to answer for Seiko. Can't turn away from the truth. Alright. I don't know where to use this.
Head from that distance.
Yeah, that's impossible.
It's not like it started rolling on its own.
Actually.
I agree.
Except he said it's not like it did, but close enough.
It's just like Ryoma said. The shot rolled along the top of the bookcase and fell on Rantaro's head.
It rolled along the bookcase?
I did say that, but would the shot have rolled that conveniently?
It has nothing to do with convenience. The shot rolled exactly how the culprit wanted. They used books on top of the bookcases to direct the path of the shot.
The shot's path was directed by books? How would that even work?
Ah, it would be easier to explain with a floor plan of the library.
Oh, that's right. Someone did have a floor plan. In fact, that might be concrete proof of my theory. Mew!
That's it! Mew, I recall that during the investigation, you said you would use your drone to make a floor plan.
Oh yeah! What happened with that?
I've already developed the photos and drafted some sketches.
Then let's look at it. Maybe we all find clue.
Please, Mew.
Oh, want him that badly, huh? Fine. But now you owe me one. Voila! Feast your eyes on these babies.
There it is.
It's just as I thought.
What is?
See? The books are stacked like stairs from the vent to where Rantaro's body was found.
Oh! Shuichi is right!
Indeed, they are stacked like stairs. I did not notice when I looked up from the floor.
I see. The shot rolled on top of these books, eh?
Yes, I'm sure of it. The shot was rolled into the classroom vent and came out in the library. If the vent was open, the shot would have maintained momentum. And you did that, right, Kaede? You made sure the vent was open.
Impressive. You have a really good memory, Shuichi.
When the shot came through, the stacked books made a change direction. It then rolled down the path made by the books. The books were stacked in rows so that the shot wouldn't fall off. At the same time, the books blocked the shot from view. Then, when the ball was directly above Rantaro, it changed direction, rolled along the groove of the open books, and fell on top of his head. And it was the camera flash that lured him to that exact spot.
A setup that complicated is almost like a Rube Goldberg machine.
So Kaede created this mechanism?
Well, it would be...
Wait, even with the Rube whatever set up, when did she roll the ball into the duct?
That's right! Wasn't Shuichi with Kaede in the classroom?
When did Kaede roll the shot put ball? It had to have been at just the right time to kill Rantaro. She rolled the shot.
That's it! The moment we ran out of the classroom. When the sensor went off, I ran out first, and then Kaede followed. But just before she left...
Shuichi, the receiver! Someone move the bookcase. Hurry, Kaede! Shuichi sprinted out of the classroom with the determination of a true ultimate detective. Wait for me! I dropped everything I was holding and ran after Shuichi. Wow, that wording.
I'm right, aren't I, Kaede?
Of course, the ultimate detective would remember all that.
Your words and that smile. Is this your admission of guilt?
Hold on! Don't just jump to conclusions! I've still got a lot of questions!
Dang it, Kaito!
That's weird. Why do you sound so desperate?
There's nothing weird about it. There's just no way I can believe someone like Kaede would be the culprit.
Yeah, Gonta not believe it either.
What?
Don't worry, Kaede. I'll clear your name.
Okay.
I refuse to believe that Kaede is...
I notice we keep going to this, and I've started to think about something interesting about this BGM. We'll get to that later. Nothing has changed since Kaede placed the cameras. We're left exactly the way they were.
The culprit!
It's gotta be the
still have my
second.
doubts.
Kinda doubts.
Doubts about the noise, of course. The library should have been quiet, right? If that shot was rolling through the vents, it would have made a ton of noise.
This one.
Indeed, so much noise. Rantaro would have heard.
Maybe this one.
Yeah, some noise ain't a big deal.
Of course it's a big deal!
The sound of the shot rolling. I know this.
I refuse to believe...
Kaede is the culprit. I still have my doubts.
Kinda doubts.
Doubts about the noise, of course.
The library should have been quiet. If that shot was rolling through the vents, it would have made a ton of noise.
No. It would have been the library was quiet. That's okay.
Yeah, some noise ain't a big deal. Of course it's a big deal. I refuse to believe that Kaede is the culprit.
I still have my doubts.
What doubts?
Doubts about the noise, of course. The library should have been quiet, right?
B counter.
That's wrong.
The murder occurred while the Killing Game promotional video was being broadcast. So the library would not have been completely quiet at the time.
Oh. So that ghastly video drowned out the sound of the shot rolling.
What?
Kaito, are you done now?
Damn it! So it's true then? You're saying Kaede really is the culprit?
So that means most of Kaede's sins were committed right before Shuichi's eyes.
That's correct. I was with her in the classroom. And when she moved the vent grate aside. And when she lined up the books on top of the bookcase.
There are way more books here than I expected. Top of the bookcase is covered end to end with cluttered stacks of books. This is nothing. As I moved the ladder, I reorganized the books, bit by bit. Jeez, there are too many books. It might be too hard to set up a camera here. I thought so. Wait, I just gotta try a little harder. God, I know you don't like to admit defeat, but really, it's alright. I continued moving the ladder as I kept reorganizing the books.
And it was the same when you took the murder weapon, wasn't it? You took the shot put ball when you got the cameras for Mew, right, Kaede?
Kaede, is something wrong? We need to go before Miyu changes her mind. Shuichi was already at the door of the warehouse, waiting for me. Oh, sorry. I shoved the things I was holding into my backpack and ran after him. Man, they were so subtle with the wording on all these. It just takes on a whole new meaning.
Where would she have even hidden it?
Where did Kaede keep it? It could only be in one place. Her skirt. No,
That's
the backpack, obviously.
Kaede's backpack. She was carrying the shot put ball in there. Despite its weight, it would have been easy to carry in a backpack. I noticed you also had a spare vest, which you could have wrapped it in. That would prevent the cameras you were carrying from being damaged.
And that means all of this happened right in front of Shuichi.
Did indeed.
But we should not blame him for that. None of those actions warranted suspicion at the time, so we might not have noticed.
I was playing as Kaede that whole time and I didn't frickin' notice. Well played,
clears
game.
It all up then. Every part of the crime Kaede plotted.
That can't be. It's gotta be a mistake, right?
But if all of that is true, then that's pretty unfortunate. I mean, it's Kaede, you know? She kept preaching about working together, and then she goes and kills in cold blood!
No, something still doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
Kaede wouldn't do something like that.
Huh? You mean she's not the type? But you were the one that said she did it, right?
Yes, I did say that. But murder in cold blood is just not in her character. I truly believe that. I believe in her.
But why? Why do you still believe in me, Shuichi? Why? Tell me why! Why are you doing this? Are you still looking away from the truth?
Not at all. My belief in you is going to lead me to the truth. I'll show you what's behind all this. I'll show you your truth.
Oh, this is getting crazy, right? But it's time for another tutorial. Your opponent is on the ropes, but they're in argument armament mode and won't listen to you. You have to remove their armaments to refute what they are saying. That's how argument armament works. The objective is to destroy all your foe's armaments, then strike the finishing blow. What in the world am I looking at? You match the rhythm to shoot down your... No, not this game. Anything but this game. You match the rhythm to shoot down your opponent's armaments. Statements to damage the armament. The markers on top of your opponent's statements are called rhythm sights. Right when the gauge makes one revolution, press the correct button to shoot the statement. When damaged enough, their armament will break and the music will change. The tempo will also pick up, so match the timing. Can't get on rhythm? Try pressing R1 to activate Fever Time. During Fever Time, you will be invincible! You can press any button! You can only activate it when your focus energy is full, so watch it carefully. When your opponent's armament is destroyed, you can give your final argument. Your argument will be displayed with 4 words assigned to X, triangle, square, circle. Press the buttons in the correct order to land the finishing blow. Use split-second logic to refute your opponent's final argument. As always, it was a pleasure.
You still believe in me? I'm definitely the culprit.
Oh, okay.
You think I wouldn't do it? It's all my fault! I'm the one who killed Rantaro! That's the truth of this case! And that's all there is to it! I'm a terrible murderer! I betrayed everyone! I'm the one who killed Rantaro! Please stop! Just stop! Remember what I told you? You have to fight for the truth. Shuichi, I know you can do this. If you say you believe in me, then... Don't look away from the truth! Please stop! Just stop! Remember what I told you? You have to fight for the truth. Shuichi, I know you can do this. If you say you believe in me, then... Do you know what I was trying to do? Please stop! Just stop! Remember what I told you? You have to fight. Do you know what I was trying to
Kill
do?
the mastermind. Whoa. That last picture got a little,
You weren't persuaded by Monokuma, and you weren't trying to save yourself. What you were trying to do was kill the mastermind.
And that's why she wanted the class trial.
The mastermind? Kaede wasn't targeting Rantaro. She was targeting the mastermind. She was trying to end this killing game. She was trying to save us all. Isn't that right, Kaede?
I see! Otherwise, everyone would have died when the time limit expired.
So, she tried to end the killing game by killing the mastermind?
But it's all my fault. Kaede trusted my detective skills. I told her the mastermind might be there. And that's why she set that trap. It's all my fault. She trusted my detective work and I screwed it up.
Stop. It's not true. Please, don't say it's your fault. It'll be harder for me. None of this is your fault. It's mine. Everything's my fault.
Kaede.
Shuichi, Can I ask you to do one last favor for me? Can you end all of this?
What?
I want you to reveal everything that happened and convince everyone. And then, I want you to end this. That's my final wish.
I understand. I'll end all of this.
All of it.
I'll reveal everything. The truth and the lies.
I want to help. I want to help you grant Kaede's wish. I will now explain the closing argument, the final piece of detective work to end this trial. In the closing argument, you will wrap up the case. You'll have to reproduce the order of events in the case in the form of a manga. But this recreation is just Shuichi's deductions. There are gaps here and there. Gaps are areas where a number of pieces are missing. After selecting the panels with the D-pad, press the left stick to move the cursor over the gaps, and then fit the panel in the empty space with the triangle. Only the correct panel will fit. Compare the empty space hints with the stock panel hints to complete the comic. There will be some panels that you cannot select at first. Fill in some gaps correctly. Filling in some gaps correctly will unlock the other panels. Press L1 and R1 to switch pages and start filling in as many as you can. Thank you, thank you. Oh, it really is like a manga goes left and right. Okay, so... Who wanted to fight against Monokuma after hearing the additional motive? Who asked to modify the cameras? Who was asked? That'd be Miyu, but I don't see Miyu in here. What was the murder weapon found in the warehouse? This one. What did the culprit do with the library's vent? Oh, I saw this one earlier. This one. What did the culprit do with the modified camera? What books did the culprit set up last? No. What happened in the classroom 1 hour before the time limit? That would be... Where was the shot put ball rolled? There's a class vent. Yep. Whose picture was taken with the camera that flashed? Why wasn't the sound of the shot rolling audible? After the receiver went off, what did Shuichi see in the library?
This is the truth of the case! It all began 2 days prior, when Monokuma gave us the additional motive. The time limit added to this killing game triggered the crime. After the announcement, some of us decided to form groups to plan our next move. I had my own plan to find the mastermind, and someone offered to help me. At the time, I never would have imagined they would become the culprit. To expose the mastermind, the culprit and I set up hidden cameras in the library. There was a hidden door in the library that showed signs of use. We deduced that the mastermind would return there to let Monokuma out. The next day, we asked Mew if she could modify some cameras for our trap. We then went to the warehouse to gather the necessary materials. All we needed were disposable cameras and a security sensor. But the culprit found something else there. The murder weapon. That's right. The shot put ball.
Thunk.
They put the cameras as well as the shot in their backpack. Then, on the day the time limit would expire, the day of the murder, the culprit and I collected the modified cameras from you and visited the library. Once there, we searched the room for ideal locations to place the cameras. But even then, the culprit was preparing the murder. They began by removing the vent grate and laid it inside the air duct. Then, they moved a pile of books on top of the bookcase, pretending to organize them. After that, they placed open encyclopedias on the final bookcase. It appeared innocuous enough, but it was actually a path for the murder weapon. The culprit also tampered with the hidden camera linked to the security sensor. I was responsible for setting up the other cameras, but that one, I didn't even notice their trick. They used duct tape to keep the flash function on. After the cameras were set, the culprit and I climbed the stairs to the first floor classroom. We kept a lookout for the others and waited for the security sensor to go off. During the stakeout, we saw Kaito and 6 others go down to the basement. Rantaro was with them, the first victim. After watching that group enter the game room, I returned to the classroom. With about 1 hour remaining, the security receiver I was holding went off. I assumed it was the mastermind, so I ran out of the classroom to the library. I was in such a hurry, I left the culprit behind. Looking back on it now, that was the last chance I had to stop the murder. After I had left, the culprit took the shot put ball out of their backpack and rolled it into the classroom vent. This set the murder in motion. Rantaro had moved the bookcase, triggering the receiver. Unbeknownst to him, the trap had been sprung. First, the modified camera took a picture of Rantaro with the flash on. Rantaro noticed the flash and approached the bookcase to inspect the camera. The camera flash lured Rantaro directly into the murder weapon's path. The shot the culprit tossed into the vent rolled through the air duct. Came out of the library's vent and kept rolling atop the bookcase. Opening the vent grate and organizing the books was all to create a path. Under normal circumstances, the victim would have been alerted by the noise. But the promotional video was masking the sound of the shot rolling. The shot kept rolling, then fell on Rantaro's head, killing him instantly. By the time we had entered the room, the murder was complete. I imagine, seeing Rantaro's body, the culprit probably thought, the mastermind is dead, the game is over, now we can all go home. But their wish didn't come true, because Rantaro wasn't the mastermind. It was murder, in an attempt to save all our lives. That is the truth. That's the truth behind your lies, Kaede Akamatsu. The ultimate pianist.
Complete.
And that concludes the events of this case.
No. Kaede did it?
Damn it!
It is a truth I do not wish to accept. But since Shuichi has brought everything to light, we can at least try to trust the Kaede we've come to know up to this point.
The Kaede we've come to know?
That's a face.
Even if she did commit a crime, what Kaede has said to us is not a lie. She wanted to protect us, and I firmly believe that to be the truth.
If that was a lie too, it'd be the last straw for me. I'd have nothing left to believe in.
You guys are so nice, even though I betrayed you all.
No, that's not true, Kaede! You were trying to save all of it.
Nice job, Shuichi. I didn't expect any less.
What?
You were super reliable back there. But you still have a long way to go. You need to be more assertive. If you did that more often, you'd be a pretty cool guy.
Kaede, why? Why are you smiling like that? Why are you still trying to get me to be brave? Why, Kaede? Why are you thinking about everyone except yourself? If you had just been less selfless, you wouldn't have had to murder. Why? Why do you do that?
I'm sorry.
Stop, stop, stop! At least save it for the end of the trial! Sheesh!
Looks like the debate's finished, so that means it's voting time!
All right, you bastards! Press the button in front of you to cast your vote!
And make sure y'all vote, because refusing to vote is grounds for termination.
At last! The heart-racing excitement as the Blackened and the Spotless finally face off! It's voting time!
Class trial voting time. Obviously, Rentaro did it. It's clearly... This one you press X.
It seems the voting has
Is the
finished.
veto being used as the
Now
thing
then,
you vote on?
let's see the result.
Counts the number of votes. That's interesting.
Who'll be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Woo, monocoins! Yay! Hey, not bad. Only 270 coins. Yeah, this debate was, I know exactly which debate this was, too. Because it was the one, the freaking... And then there's the back route, which gets us to the end. Now that I know how it goes, I can probably figure out how to lie to get there, but we'll save that for another time, perhaps.
Absolutely right!
Well, at this point it goes without saying, but you all voted correctly! The Blackened who killed Rentaro Amami is the ultimate pianist, Kaede Akamatsu.
I'm glad.
Good.
What?
What? Good? What do you mean, good? Is this how you... Excuse me. Is this how you want it to end?
That's not true.
Not really, but it could have turned out a lot worse, so this is fine too.
I don't get it!
It's not fine! This is super horrible! The worst ever! Yeah, how did it come to this?
Please.
Kaede, what would possess you to do something like this? Gonta no can accept this, not unless you can explain. Yeah, I won't be satisfied until I hear it straight from you. Kaede, please. Okay, please allow me a few more moments of your time then. It's just like Shuichi said, I was after the mastermind this entire time. I wanted to kill the mastermind, and I thought that would end the killing game.
But
why did you try to kill them? Maybe they could have been captured. If it hadn't been for the time limit, I probably would have done that. But the time limit meant that capturing the mastermind was less likely to work, you know. Because the mastermind could have just played dumb to run out the clock and kill us all.
Yeah.
I was worried about that happening.
Therefore...
So you sought to kill the mastermind instead.
That's right.
I had made up my mind just before we set up the cameras in the library. I thought it was my last chance to save everyone. I couldn't let that chance pass me by. I had to save everyone no matter what. Even if you had to kill someone.
Yeah.
That's right. I thought that killing the mastermind was our best shot at escaping this place together. I really believed it too. Kaede.
But...
Oh, Kaede, it never dawned on you? As soon as that thought entered your head, Monokuma had you right where he wanted. Because what mattered most to Monokuma is that the killing game started.
You really don't get it.
Regardless of your reasons, the moment you felt the urge to kill, you had already lost. You agreed to be part of this killing game when you allowed murder to fill your heart.
Wait.
Wait, to put it like that, But he's not wrong. She's the reason the killing game finally started.
No.
But if Kaede hadn't done anything, we'd all be dead by now.
What?
Kaede, save everyone. We can blame her.
I know that!
I know! You don't need to remind me! That's why I'm so pissed off! Pissed off at myself for being so useless! Are we seeing glimpses into the real Kokichi Oma? Perhaps. Kokichi, that's enough. I can see through your act.
Man.
Whoops! That obvious, huh?
That's right.
But Kokichi is right. I was being played. I didn't even kill the mastermind. I killed one of our dear friends instead. What I did was so terrible. So unforgivable. I took an innocent life. I'm nothing but a horrible murderer. You shall all hate, blame, and be disgusted by me. Kaede, please calm down. After we found Rintaro's body, when I realized he wasn't the mastermind, I thought about ending this by confessing to you what I had done. But I couldn't, because of Monokuma's first blood perk. I see. If you'd confessed there and then, you would have been able to leave. But you decided you couldn't leave this place by yourself, so you kept quiet. Because of the first blood perk, you were forced to hide the truth from us. Yeah, that's right.
I see.
So the first blood perk worked against the Blackened rather than for them. But at the same time I thought, if I did this for everyone, then instead of making things easier by confessing, I thought I should lie to you all, so it would motivate you to keep moving forward. Is that the reason for the trial? To reveal the mastermind?
Because
I felt like if I didn't do this, then Rintaro's death would have been meaningless.
Well then.
We were searching for both the culprit and the mastermind during this class trial. Ah, Kaede did mention that. She never once said... Well, she kinda did, but that was a lie. But that's why I want to end all of the terrible things happening to us. I'll defeat the mastermind and end this dumb killing game. I'll even use this class trial to do that. I never wanted to keep my crime a secret. I was gonna tell you all eventually. But before I did, I wanted to expose the mastermind first. Then the killing game would have ended, and everyone but me would be saved. I thought that was the best way I could atone for killing Rintaro.
Sorry.
This is my fault. I was wrong. There was no mastermind. You were wrong, but didn't you say the mastermind was one of us?
Okay.
That's what I thought at first, but in the end we have nothing. No one made any moves at the time limit. The trial was useless.
Let's see.
Even when Shuichi was about to be voted as the Blackened, still they did not appear.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeesh, that seriously was a close one. If Kaede had just kept her mouth shut, we'd all be dead right now. No way, there has to be something we can discuss, we just gotta think. Right, Shuichi?
But...
On the other hand, she's only in this mess because she decided to say something at the moment. I wanted to protect Kaede, but I also wanted to unmask the mastermind. But even when the killer was about to be condemned, they remained hidden.
Sorry.
That has to mean that the mastermind is not among us after all.
What?
So Kaede had the wrong idea the whole time.
I see.
All her actions were taken under Shuichi's flawed logic.
Okay.
That's why this is my fault. All of this happened because my detective work was wrong. If I hadn't been so stupid, if I never said anything about a mastermind to Kaede, Rintaro wouldn't have died and Kaede wouldn't be a murderer. This is all my fault.
Wrong.
No, it's not. Kaede,
Because...
I killed him, not you.
Right?
Right? Didn't I? But, Kaede, why did you set such a convoluted trap? If your intent was to kill the mastermind, there was no reason for you to cover your tracks.
Jeez.
Isn't it obvious? It's because she didn't want Shuichi to know.
Huh?
Me?
Yeah.
Of course, but I didn't want everyone else to know either. Because I said I wanted to escape this place with everyone.
Because...
But you guys wouldn't want to be friends with the girl who killed someone, would you? Be friends? Kaede put a lot of thought into this. She put so much thought into this it drove her to commit murder like a lunatic. God, you're such a dumbass! I know, right? I'm such an idiot. We only survived the time limit because of that idiocy.
Right.
Yes, we're still alive thanks to you. Kaede, I didn't know how, but I wanted to get out of here with you. I wanted to be friends. Maybe a little more,
Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Damn.
So you're saying everything you did was because you were thinking of us? And you hid that you killed him just to stay and help us? How did things...
Hi, hello!
Alright, that's it. What?
What?
What do you mean? What do you mean, that's it? Father, are you getting bored?
That's right.
You know how Pops gets. He can't stand this kind of tearjerker schlock. I can't stop crying. I see nothing gets my adorable little cubs past. I don't even let on appetizer past me, especially if someone else bought them.
Now then.
Okay. Boring display grind the action to a halt, so time to make things interesting.
Huh?
Make things interesting?
Thrills, chills, kills.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for. It's punishment time! Punishment? You mean Kaede's execution? No freaking way. There's no way we'll let you do that.
Hey!
Punishment time is a sacred segment. You're not allowed to interfere.
And if you even try to interfere, we'll just crush yous with these here exosols.
It's cruel, but it's probably better if one person dies instead of everyone.
Like hell am I just gonna sit here and do what you say? Kaede fought with her life on the line, and so will I!
Gonta will face you all. Times like this are why Gonta became strong. Gentlemen never back down, and neither will Gonta.
This is the perfect chance to test out my Neo-Aikido skills on machines.
Yeah, I'll help. I can...
Everyone, stop! Stop it.
Please, just stop.
Kaede.
But Kaede. Enough, you guys. I've already prepared myself. You're giving up?
Why?
But why? You said you'd never give up, that we'd get out of here together. That's what you said, Kaede.
Damn it!
So why are you giving up now? Did you mean what you said? I know we can do something. Don't give up until the end. I'm not giving up because I have you.
Huh?
What?
You know?
Even after I'm gone, my wish will still be here. So I'm counting on you all. I'm entrusting my wish to every one of you.
I believe in you!
I believe that you all will make it through this somehow.
You have to live!
You guys better live. Don't go dying on me now. End this ridiculous killing game. Survive and get the hell out of this place.
I promise.
And then be friends after you escape, okay? I think you'll all be the best of friends.
Yes.
Affirmative,
I
Kaede.
should take that request.
I will do my utmost to fulfill your final request. I won't give up. I'll get out of here no matter what. Going to work hard and keep friends safe till very end. Well, Kaede, you definitely weren't boring. Now then, let's get started. I was
a very special punishment.
prepared for the ultimate pianist, Kaede Akamatsu. Wait a second. Kaede, please don't. Shuichi, you better not lose.
Can't lose!
You can't lose to this killing game. I know you can beat it.
Punishment time!
Let's give it everything we've got.
I believe in you!
So please, believe in yourself.
I promise.
Okay? It's a promise. Der Flowalzer. What? The moment it was over, I felt my legs give out under me. What I just saw didn't feel real. As if all reality had vanished, and the only thing left was a fictional world. Real or not, Kaede was gone. Kaede Akamatsu no longer existed in our world. What the... Why is Monokid... Monodam, what have you done? Gross, she puked again. But this tension ain't so bad, you know? Finally feels like a proper killing game. If anything, we could stand to use a little more tension in our lives, right, Dad? No! My sweet darling Monokid claimed his collateral damage. This is a nightmare. It's unacceptable. My precious cub is... on second thought, I guess it's okay. After all, I still got 4 more. Phew. I'm glad you kids came in bulk. It's okay. I'm shocked. Our existence means that little, huh? Well, what's done is done. What's dead is dead. No point crying over crushed cubs. Unless you want to end up like these sad sacks.
But how?
What in the world is this?
Really?
Are you fucking kidding me? Talk about overkill.
Amen.
Atua, please grant Kaede's soul eternal repose. I can't believe this happened to Kaede. I liked her so much. All this adrenaline creates such an exquisite feeling of despair. It's moments like this that makes all the killings worth it. Why are you doing such a terrible thing?
How dare you!
You're the worst of the worst. Does human life have no value to you at all? Hey, I know human life is precious. I'm not a monster, you know. So if human life wasn't precious, ending it wouldn't be nearly as much fun. There's no greater joy than witnessing such a display of despair entertainment. You've surpassed psychotic by a wide margin. I don't think I've ever felt quite this irritated. I won't forgive you for this. Got that? I won't ever forgive you. Spoken like a marked man. What is your objective, Monokuma?
What are you trying to pull?
Do you hate us? If so, have we done something to make you hate us? Hate you? Who can say? That's your job to figure out. If you really want to know what's going on, you're gonna have to work for it. Though the corpse formerly known as Rentaro may have had a hunch. Huh?
What is it?
What do you mean? What was Rentaro's hunch? What's indeed? He did say he would end this game, and he also knew about the hidden door. Could that be at all related to this hunch you claim he had? I wonder... Hey, what the hell's this hunch you're going on about? Spill it! I wonder... If you have no intention of telling us, then keep your mouth shut. You're focusing Kaede instead of her deadweight victim. Well, it's not his fault he was useless. He died before his talent could be revealed. If he had lived long enough to reveal it, maybe he would have been more useful. Oh well, he's dead and that's that. That's the indifference of death for ya. He wasn't really the mastermind, was he?
You're really
Huh? Are you still pestering me with these annoying questions? Aren't you guys focusing a little too much on whether or not there is even a mastermind? If you keep this up, you're all gonna end up like Kaede.
What?
What?
Here.
Maybe spend less time worrying about nonsense and more time watching your back, okay? You never know who's gonna become the next killer. I can't wait. I wonder what kind of killing game we'll get to see next. Damn it. You may have gotten us this time, but we'll get you next time. You'll see. Why are you all psyched up?
That's nice.
It's nice to see that at least one of you has some chutzpah around here. I have a feeling you're gonna live for a while. Thanks, I'll do my best.
Don't screw around.
Shut the hell up. We're not gonna have another killing game. I, Kaito Momota, am not gonna let you have your way anymore. Got it? I'm gonna punch that grin right off your face for sure. Oh, really? That seems unlikely. I'm pretty sure you won't live long enough to do that. Okay. Anyway, you guys have a lot to think about. Work hard, do your best to graduate, because the fun's only just begun. Hey, Monodam, explain yourself! I get that Mono Kid was obnoxious and rude, but that was way over the line.
Because
I did it for us. Hey, wait, Monodam. Well, where are you going?
It's getting interesting.
He probably killed him as all payback for all the bullying. What an interesting turn of events. And with that, Monokuma and the clubs. Monokuma and the Cubs left, and only we remained in the courtroom. I don't think I can take all this. I can't stand this anymore. I feel like I'm gonna go crazy. Tsumugi, you mustn't give up hope. Is there even hope to be had here? The room feels so utterly drained of it. Kaede! What kind of degenerate male cries in public? It's so rude! But Tenko, you're crying too.
Hey.
Now's not the time to point that out, Kibo. Just let it be.
Prayer time.
In times like this, we should pray for Kaede's soul so she can rest in peace.
What?
How's anyone supposed to rest in peace after getting killed like that?
I don't know.
What are we gonna do from now on? Yeah, I'd like to know too. I'm so over this already. Shut up! Shut up! You all just need to shut up! Kaito's voice boomed in the air and the room went silent.
Damn.
Every single one of you and your meek little complaints.
Shut up!
You're pissing me the hell off! But the one is you, Shuichi! Huh? What?
Clench your teeth!
Kaito! You are supposed to say that before you hit him.
Did you hear what Kaede said? She said she believed in you. That she passed her wish on to you. But what the hell's wrong with you? You didn't say a damn thing to Monokuma. You call yourself a man? Damn it.
What's the matter? Say something already. Kaito is kind of like Kamina, isn't he?
Dumbass.
I just hit you! Aren't you pissed off? What's your problem? Enough, Kaito. Sucker punching is pretty low, even for a low-life degenerate male like you.
Listen up.
You better knock it off or I'm gonna explode my Neo IQ all over your face! Fine.
Are you okay?
Shuichi, are you okay?
Okay.
I'm fine.
Now,
Please stop. This sort of altercation is just a waste of time. Gonta not sure a waste of time, but Gonta agree. Fighting not good.
Then...
Can we leave now? Staying here will only make us more depressed. Well put. I agree wholeheartedly.
sorry.
Sorry, you all should go ahead without me. Why? Is there a reason you wish to stay in a place like this? I want to be alone for a while, even for just a little bit. But we can't just leave you here by yourself.
No.
Tsumugi, perhaps it would be best if we allowed him some privacy for now. Oh, okay, I suppose. Shuichi, don't beat yourself up, okay? Yep, just hit the reset button on your feelings and you'll feel happy and cheerful in no time. Being a tad insensitive is important for survival. Helps one avoid suicidal thoughts.
Hey!
Gonta will go back too. Let Gonta know if you need his help, okay? Thanks, Gonta. You're a pal. One by one, everyone climbed aboard the elevator except...
I mean...
Shuichi, I don't know how well you knew Kaede. Why don't you try going to her ultimate lab?
Huh?
What do you mean?
That's right.
Monokuma set the room up, so there's probably not a lot there to remember her by. But there should at least be a bunch of little things she likes.
Okay.
Things Kaede likes?
Listen up.
Understand? There's only one way to get through this awful feeling. No one's gonna be able to console you if you're just sitting here alone.
I mean...
If anyone's gonna help you, it'll be her and your memories. With those words, he stepped onto the elevator. Before I realized it, I got to my feet. I just started walking and I was heading toward the Ultimate Pianist's research lab. It's not as if there would be any memories here. But these are the things she was really passionate about, and that's good enough for me for now. What a magnificent piano. I would have liked to hear her play it, if only just once. Ha! That reminds me. The song Kaede was talking about. Of course! It must be here somewhere. I stood in front of the shelves of CDs and searched each one thoroughly, end to end. It should be here somewhere. Where is it?
Ah!
Here it is. This is it. Oh god, don't play Claire de Lune, please! I took the CD from the shelf and placed it in the player in the corner. Soon, a soft melody had filled the classroom. My body relaxed, totally enveloped in the music. It was a strange feeling, sound seeping into my body. Before long, I began to close my eyes.
I wish there was a piano here. I would play you a song to help you cheer up. A pretty song to play for you. Oh, like Claire de Lune by Debussy. It's a soothing song that calms your heart, like the moon's reflection on water. You noticed, huh? Yeah, I'm shaking too. But I'd be a mess if you weren't here. I wouldn't have been able to do anything. I would have been so lost. I'm glad you're here with me, Shuichi. With you by my side, I feel like I can stand up to anything. You give me the courage I need to take on the Mastermind. So please, be more confident. I believe in you, so you should definitely believe in yourself.
Yeah, I'll try. I don't know if I can do it, but... No, I'll do it. I have to believe in myself. I won't be afraid anymore. I will face the truth for everyone. I won't give up. For your sake, Kaede. I promise. From the bottom of my heart, I promise you, Kaede.
Yep, that's our promise. I'm leaving everything up to you, Shuichi. Goodbye.
And so ends Chapter 1. $14 left. Hey, we got our hairpin. Probably had to wash the blood off of it first, though. But with that done, I'd say that that is all for this episode of Let's Play Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. If you enjoyed the video and you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you do press subscribe, don't forget to ring that little bell just like Claire de Lune, which is making me cry. Whew. Okay. Don't forget to ring the little bell for notifications on all of my uploads, usually every Saturday. Until then, later guys. We have a killing game to end. But when will it end? Huh. We have a funeral wall. Lovely.